What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about Transformers 1. Yes, the newest addition to the Transformers universe. And I'm just going to be honest with you guys right from the start. I was not expecting anything special from this movie at all. When that first trailer dropped, I was like, this is what I wanted, but at the same time, this is not what I wanted. Now, one thing you guys need to know about me is that I'm a huge fan of the War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron games. So I've always wanted a all animated Transformers movie with no humans that takes place in Cybertron. So when I saw the trailer for Transformers 1, the first trailer, I was like, okay, you're giving us what we want, but at the same time, you're giving us what we don't want. Then the second trailer dropped, and I was like, all right, different tone. Okay, I dig it a little bit, but I'm still not fully convinced. Then the third trailer dropped, and I was like, all right, this looks pretty dope. Then I started hearing other people's reactions who got to see the movie way earlier and how they were saying that this is the best Transformers movie to date. And I was like, okay, you had my curiosity. Now you got my attention. So I got my ticket for the movie and I went to a fan event. And well, yep, they're right. This movie was pretty damn good. I was shocked by how good this movie was. It hit all the right spots. The story was fantastic. The direction, the characters, the action, the animation, the voice acting, it was just all good. It was great. And yeah, I think that this is possibly the best Transformers movie to date. First off, the movie focuses on the Transformers themselves. Yes, no more humans and their side plots. No more humans taking up most of the screen time while the Transformers characters themselves become side characters in their own film. For once, we really get to see the personalities and the dynamic between these characters, between the Transformers characters. This movie pretty much gives us the heart of the Transformers universe by focusing on the characters we've always wanted more of. So it's like, it's not just mindless action, we're actually given time to understand and care about these characters, the Transformers characters. Now, one thing I would like to mention is that this movie is not all serious. It's still a family friendly movie, so there are comedic and lighthearted moments, but for the most part, the jokes land. Now, there were maybe one or two jokes that I was like, okay, not really for me. But for the most part, the comedy works. But what I really liked is that this movie was not afraid to dive into those darker, deep emotional moments. This movie had a good balance of humor and heart, but also that dark emotional depth. Now, one highlight I would like to mention about this movie is that the voice acting was great. I thought that Chris Hemsworth did great as Optimus Prime, and Brian Tyree Henry did fantastic as Megatron. Now I know that Peter Cullen and Frank Welker, they're the OG voices of Optimus Prime and Megatron, and they'll always be the OG voices. But I was one of those people that I was like, well, let's give Chris and Brian a chance. They might be able to bring something interesting to the table. And in my opinion, they did. They brought their own fresh take to these characters while still honoring the characters' roots. And one thing I really liked is that Chris Hemsworth still respected Peter Cullen's voice as Optimus Prime. He wasn't trying to step on his shoes or trying to be the better one. He did his own thing, but he still honored Peter Cullen's voice as Optimus. And you'll see that in this movie. Speaking of Optimus Prime, there is this one scene that I really, really like. It brought tears to my eyes as a Transformers fan because the thing is that I've always liked Optimus in the previous Transformers movies, but I feel like there was something missing. Like there was just something that wasn't there that really showed us why he's such a great character. But in Transformers 1, there was this one moment he had that was so amazing. It was heartfelt and it just showed us everything that Optimus Prime is supposed to be. Like this is the reason why he is that guy. Why he is the Prime. And I loved it. it was amazing to watch this. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to say it, but to all the fans out there, you'll know what I mean when this moment comes up. I was like, that's why he's Optimus Prime. That is everything that his character is supposed to be, and it made me it made me cry just to see how well this moment was for Optimus, and it made me really happy as a Transformers fan. I just had to talk about it. Now, visually, the animation was amazing. The action was top notch. But what I really, really loved about this movie is that the action isn't what carried the film. It was the story. The lore of this universe and the story of Megatron and Optimus Prime's friendship falling apart as you see this go down. For me, that's what really carried the movie. The action was great, don't get me wrong, and it was fun to watch, but what really, really sold it for me was the story itself. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that the plot was engaging, it was meaningful, and it held everything together in a way that the action felt earned, not just thrown in. Overall, guys, I walked into this movie not knowing what to expect, but I walked out completely satisfied. Transformers 1 is definitely worth watching. Whether you're a longtime fan of the series or not, the point is that this movie is fun, it's heartfelt, it's story driven, and it's action packed. And I think that it will surprise you just as much as it surprised me. It's not just the best Transformers film we've gotten in a long time, it's a great film on its own. And I think is definitely worth watching in theaters. And I'll definitely be buying this on Blu-ray when it comes out. Well, guys, that's my review for Transformers 1. As you guys know, I loved it and I can't wait to watch it again. Now, for those who've seen it early, did you like it? Did you hate it? And for those who haven't seen it yet, are you planning to watch it this weekend? Let me know in the comments down below. Hit that subscribe button. And hey, I'll see you guys on the next one.